Make sure you got a drink in your hand, cause it's time for Bourbon Lounge. Brought to you by the Jet Set Bells. Get ready for a podcast of epic drunkenness.
This week on Bourbon Lounge.
Yes, this week on Bourbon Lounge, we have guest Julie Kirkman with us, who's going to talk about the Long Beach Shakespeare Company's production of The Shadow, a classic radio show going on this weekend. We're also going to talk about Halloween, because as we know, it's coming up very, very soon.
What is this Halloween?
What is what?
What is this Halloween you speak of?
What is this Halloween? Well, I think it's a holiday. By the way, welcome to Bourbon Lounge. I'm Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Who are you?
I'm Anastasia Washington.
Well, hello, Anastasia Washington. And, we also have a third host who's actually not with us physically tonight, but I believe she is Skyping in from Madison, Mississippi.
Wow.
I am. Hello.
So
I'm Lauren.
So you're down south.
I am.
I've been down south.
Yes, you have, actually. Oh, yes, that's correct. Yes, she was actually down south in Tennessee. That's right.
Lauren had to be all exotic and go to the south.
Go to the south.
Whatever.
My goodness.
Well, someone needs to travel for our travel show. So.
Well, that's true. That, you know what? That is actually a very valid point. I think it is. So, hope everyone's doing great this week. Actually, if you were tuning in last week and you were paying attention, we actually said we were going to be on in 2 weeks, but we decided that we needed to be on tonight.
That's right. We're sneaking it in.
We're sneaking it in. That's right.
I love to sneak it in.
Do you?
I
You
do.
want to tell us more about that?
I love it to sneak it in down. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for that.
Put it all together.
And that was our lovely guest Julie Kirkman that just interjected a comment there. That just told you hello. Yes. So to get us started, we usually like to have our guest do the word of the day. Mm-hmm. And so Julie earlier today chose the word. If you want to tell us what the word of the day is.
The word of the day is theater.
Theater, which means we just said it, so that means we have to take a drink. Now, Lauren, I believe, when we will talk about what we're drinking later. Lauren, do you have something that you're drinking right now that you could drink with us?
I do. I am taking a sip right now.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking a Cabernet Sauvignon by Bogle.
Oh,
a California winery.
Nice.
Sounds very good.
Are we saying theater or theater or theater or teatra?
I think any version of that.
I just said it 3 times then.
Okay.
Theater.
3 sips. Now, if we
I'm
were
on it.
Well, if we were truly doing Southern, it would be theater.
I always wonder who ate her.
Close enough. Take a drink.
This
We
is
only
going
have
well.
4 bottles.
But somehow I think there's more booze in this studio.
I think there probably is. We can always find more booze. It is Bourbon Lounge after all.
It is.
And now there's silence.
Yes.
Well, if you guys are on Twitter and Facebook, which I'm sure you are because you're part of the world, today we're asking for people to tweet their drinkations as usual, and also their naughty Halloween plans, or just your Halloween plans in general. What activities you're looking forward to in Halloween, and what costumes
What
you're really
seductive costumes you plan on wearing.
What seductive costumes? I've already seen some pictures of costumes up on Facebook and Twitter of people, because it's the Halloween season, and I see a lot of Breaking Bad ones.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Breaking Bad and little tiny baggies of blue crystals.
Ooh.
With their, jumpsuits and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really, as you probably know, I'm usually very lazy about Halloween costumes because I'm just kind of lazy that way. And I really have no idea what I'm going to wear this year.
I think you know one of them.
Well, I think I know one, but the problem is that I haven't started on it.
Yeah.
But someone who shall remain nameless is probably going to go and help me purchase things to wear said costume, which... I don't know. Should we wait a couple of weeks to tell, or should we tell?
Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait a week because Bourbon Lounge is actually going as a group costume, as we did last year before the
and I think
conception of
the
show.
best thing is starting next week. We'll start giving out some clues.
Yeah.
We'll give you a clue next week.
We'll give you a clue next week.
Are you dressing up like anyone from the theater?
Drink.
Oh!
Drink.
Oh!
And of course, Miss Lauren will not be in Mississippi, I don't think, over Halloween. So she will be participating in this endeavor that we're talking about. That we'll give you a clue about next week.
Yes.
I will be back in the studio next Wednesday.
Oh.
My flight gets in at like 4 something or 5 or something like that.
And then she will run over here to join us.
Right. And then we'll give you the clue
of the week. Yes. And if you're really paying attention, we've already given you. If you're really paying attention, we've already given you one, and that's all I'm going to say.
I'm just saying flames.
On the side of her face.
On the side of my face.
Yeah. So yes, be sure to send us those ideas, and we'll be talking more about Halloween as we get closer because we want to hear all about those great costumes we know you're putting together.
Right. I'm kind of being lazy this year, but
you're being lazy. What do you mean you're being lazy?
Lazy, like, well, people out there don't know how crazy I am to have as many costumes as I do. I costume on the side as a hobby /
They really don't know you do
yeah,
that.
It's just bad. So I'm recycling a few. Like, I'm going to the trick-or-treat party at Disneyland, and, I had all these grandeur ideas. I'm like, I'm going to be Charlotte from Princess and the Frog, and bought all the fabric. Everything is ready, and I'm going as Sally because I have that costume.
Already ready to go?
Yeah, it's already ready.
It'll be Charlotte's next year.
Yeah,
that would be good. Now, Julie, have you thought about what you might want to be?
I like to have complicated costumes, but honestly, I never do anything for Halloween, so I was thinking of buying a green sparkly mask from Target. $4.
Well, it's economical. It's simple, but yet it's not you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be the girl behind the green sparkly Target mask.
Oh,
nice.
And actually,
or get one of those foam wigs that they have at Target now. Have you seen those?
No. What is that?
There's all these different foam wigs from one of the guys from what's that fashion show that's like Top Chef, but it's not Top Chef because it's about fashion.
Top Fashion? No.
Project Runway.
Project Runway.
Anyway, one of the guys on Project Runway that didn't win, but he was a costumer. He's making a line for Target of these huge drag. The best way to describe them is they were out of a drag show at one time or another, made out of foam, like huge beehives and flipped hair and Medusa, and they're epic.
I've done Medusa
Oh,
before. I like the Medusa
might need
costume.
a Dragalicious wig. I mean,
they're
Lauren,
made out of foam.
Lauren,
they're awesome.
I think you could pull off Dragalicious.
I think you could.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited about this. I'm going to Target tomorrow. Jeez.
She's going to the Target in Mississippi, and she's going to bring a
In
wig back.
Mississippi. Now, I bet you nobody will be buying those wigs.
I don't know. Every time I go to Target, which is like every day, there's all these random guys, straight guys trying them on, taking pictures and putting it on Instagram.
Oh, and Lauren.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
And Lauren, when you go to the Target to buy your wig and the other lovely items that you'll buy there, what are you going to put those in to take up to the register?
I'm going to put them in a buggy.
No.
Yes.
No, you're putting it in a shopping basket.
Julie, I don't know if we've ever had this discussion. No, Julie, it's about. Julie, you're originally from
Iowa.
When you go into a grocery store, a Target, something like that, and you have the
cart. It's
the
a
shopping cart or shopping basket.
No. Lauren, it is
buggy.
A buggy.
No.
It's a baby buggy, not a shopping
Okay, I'm going to
buggy.
throw another question out there because I love throwing out questions. You can also tweet us what you call a shopping cart / a buggy. If there's anyone listening in the South, which they better start listening in the South, it is a buggy.
I don't know. I call it the basket of the shopping cart because it's weaved like a basket.
It's weaved.
Why
Shut
would it
up!
be a
I don't want
buggy?
to talk
I
to
don't
anybody.
understand.
I don't invent these things. I just know that's what they're called. That's what they're
I had a roommate from Pennsylvania who used to call it a buggy.
buggy.
A buggy
In
from
Pennsylvania?
Do you call soda pop?
No,
See, it's taken over.
in the South,
The buggy is taken over.
Gosh,
no, in the South, anything you drink like that is a Coke.
Yeah.
Everything. It
In
might be a
Iowa, it's
Sprite. It
pop.
might be an
It's pop.
orange soda.
It's pop.
It's Coke.
That's what they say in Michigan too. Pop.
Pop in
I
Michigan.
say whatever the soda is that I want.
And
And
that's what you
then
drink.
I give them dirty looks when they're like, "Is Pepsi okay?"
And you're like,
Unless
no.
Pepsi wants to sponsor us.
Which, if you're listening, Pepsi executives, we love you.
I grew up on Pepsi
we
in
love
Iowa. I
Pepsi.
loved Pepsi. Coke was always the one I didn't have a thing for, but I worked at a restaurant once that did RC Cola. They're like, I'd like a Coke. I'm sorry, we don't have
Oh,
that.
wait,
Pepsi,
yes.
I don't have that. RC Cola is all I have.
Oh yeah.
RC Cola, that's crazy. The only Pepsi I ever liked was Crystal Pepsi, and if you're, I just aged myself because Crystal Pepsi was is a big thing during the 80s.
Some of us remember the 80s. Some of us remember the entire 80s.
Did
They
you have
had some
Orbits?
weird food, like Pop Secret came in different colors for a
Different
while.
colors?
Like Pop Secret, you didn't know what
popcorn?
color your popcorn was gonna
I don't remember
come
that.
up. Yeah, we
I'm
had.
not
don't
okay
remember
with that.
You're not okay with that?
I am not okay with that. I don't want bright red popcorn. I don't. I
do
do not
remember
want
that,
bright red
though.
popcorn.
Bright red would be better than like the blue and purples and
Yeah, red would be okay.
and
But it's
green.
like it bled all over your popcorn.
It's perfect for Halloween.
Yeah, there you
Or
go.
an orange would be good for Halloween.
Orange.
Green is good for
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Green is good for like fungus.
For all you 80s babies, did you drink Orbits with those little gel balls in it?
Yes,
Orbits?
I did.
Orbits.
And I drank Captain Kangaroo, which they had like this soda that came along that was with
There
the
was a
show.
Captain Kangaroo
Yes,
soda. Where was
I
I don't
collected
remember that.
I don't remember that
all
either.
the Captain Kangaroo soda things and got a backpack and all kinds of. It was I'm a little insane.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You're insane.
I'm insane.
I have an announcement to make live on the air.
Okay.
Anastasia is insane.
I want to call her Anastasia.
Okay,
Anastasia?
you can do that.
Okay. It just looks better on the paper.
Anastasia the insane.
Anastasia insane.
Yes.
Nice.
She is insane.
She is insane.
That's true.
But in a good way.
Oh well.
Thank you.
We still love you, darling.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Julie Kirkman,
That's me.
that's you. You actually are going to be in a production this weekend that I believe is this weekend only.
Yes, it is this weekend only.
At the Long Beach Shakespeare Company, and it's called The Shadow.
Ooh.
Which I believe is a recreation of a classic 1930s radio broadcast.
You are correct.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, for the month of October, what they like to do with the Long Beach Shakespeare Company is not Shakespeare, but live productions of old radio shows from the 1930s. So they started out with Frankenstein. That was last weekend. This weekend is going to be The Shadow. So we're doing 2 30-minute shadow episodes the way they used to do them back when radio was, king of the entertainment. And it's basically people on stage with microphones and the Foley table. So when it thunders, I've got that big piece of, metal, and I just shake it and it sounds like thunder. People walking is actually somebody with their hands in shoes. So it's that kind of recreation. You're not watching people act. You're watching people speak into microphones.
And do the sound
and
effects.
do sound effects. And so what's great about it is we're bringing back these shows that were, that was the big thing. People would sit around the radio in 1938 and they would listen to these shows. So the second one we're doing is The Shadow.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
That sounds amazing.
Very exciting.
And we're not retro or anything, so we would never enjoy something like that.
No, I don't have a whole bunch
Never.
of vinyl
No.
of old radio shows.
No, and I never listened to that on Sirius,
No, they have it serious.
Uh-huh.
I did not
I
know
found it
that.
the other day, yeah. I was listening to it while I was
crazy.
driving. Yeah.
Not that I have serious radio.
No,
though.
nothing. No.
We're doing The Bride of Death and following it up with The Three Ghosts.
The Bride of Death.
The Bride of Death.
I like that title.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like My Wedding Day or something like that.
Bride of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which is why it's a Halloween show.
Well, that makes sense.
I'm just kidding. Nobody's going to die on my wedding.
Hopefully not.
And hopefully not the bride.
No.
The Bride of
That could
Death.
go
She
either
brings
way.
death,
Well,
right?
it could
She's
go either way.
Well, I was thinking Bride of
She
Death,
is-
like she giveth death.
You know who knows?
She could embody death.
The Shadow Knows.
The Shadow Knows.
The Shadow Knows.
So you would have to tune in to find out.
Now, this will obviously be broadcast. Is this something that you can actually come sit in the theater and watch, or is it broadcast only? Oh, I said theater. Before you answer that, drink.
Uh-oh.
That was planned. That was on purpose.
Yeah, that's why there was a look of shock on your face.
So now I'll get back on track.
You can come down to Long Beach and go sit in the theater.
Okay.
Theater.
Theater.
Ooh, dear. 2 glasses next to each other on the table.
Careful
And
now.
pay $10, 8 o'clock on Friday, 8 o'clock on Saturday, 2 o'clock on Sunday. Those are PMs.
Okay.
You don't want to come at 2 a.m. because
Well,
we
you
won't
never
be
know.
there.
You never know with Halloween month. Things are at all different hours,
That's
you know.
true.
And then
Yes.
where is this broadcast live on a podcast?
And then it
or-
will be streaming from the website, which is www.lb, as in Long Beach, Shakespeare.com. And so you can go there and you can actually listen live if you are unable to drive to Long Beach, which some people cannot, I know.
Yes, it can be a long
Well,
drive.
we'll be sure
Yes,
to
but
share
it-
that on our Twitter and our
Yes.
Facebook for everybody listening.
Yes.
But if you do decide to come to Long Beach, there's plenty of places you can hang out and have a pint before or a glass of wine.
Well, now see, we're always interested. We're always
Yes.
interested in where there are things to eat, where there are things to drink. So I think my first question about the area would be, where would be a good place to get a drink close to the theater?
If you would like to get an old-fashioned pint, you go to E.J. Malloy's,
I've been
which
there.
is
We've been
one block north. 1 block north. It's like right on the
Yes,
same side even.
North. It's north.
It's to the left
North.
or right or straight ahead.
If you walk out of the theater, it's to the right.
Anastasia always gets mad at me when we drive, because we drive together quite a bit.
Yeah.
And,
which is a mistake.
probably on her part, not on mine. Because I like to use directions. I'll say, let's go north, and she's like, you mean left?
Or straight.
Or straight.
behind.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
not a compass
Well, I do it now on purpose, of course.
to drive me insane.
But
Yes.
I do believe that the T word was said and you didn't drink.
See, folks, we are going to live up to our slogan, which is a podcast of epic drunkenness. We will not let you down. So let's see. So there's the pub that's down the street. Now, I think you told me one day there is actually get ready for this, a wine bar.
It is a fantastic wine bar. It's called Wilmore Wine Bar, and it is just a few blocks south of the theater
Oh, this is going to be
Oh, jeez. Crazy.
on the corner of Roosevelt, one of those things,
Okay.
and Atlantic.
Okay.
And it's also on the same side. But it is wonderful. You can go in. They even have a happy hour. You can get like a $5 glass of wine. So delicious.
$5 glass of wine. I like
7
that.
days a week, 2 to 5 p.m.
That's like $20 for 4.
Which means we'd spend 40.
And you can get yourself a nice plate of cheese and sit and have a lovely glass of wine before you trot on down to see the show.
Oh, see, that's like a
Nice.
perfect evening. That's something we would always want to do.
Yeah, drinking in theater.
Theater.
Always. They mix all the time.
They do. They usually do.
I like things that are mixed.
Such as.
Me! See what I did there, you guys?
See, what had happened was is that she took our point and then she just went on a completely different point, but yet it's related.
Right, exactly.
In the
See,
business, it's called improv.
improvisation.
Improvisation.
I am improvisational.
I got tongue twisted.
And if for some
It
reason you
happens.
don't feel like, getting drunk or even having a drink,
Well, that wouldn't be us, but there are people, yes.
there are different restaurants you can go to. My favorite is called Jean Ward's Bacon Broil.
Wait. I'm going to have to see if I can actually say that again.
Jean Ward's? I'm not even sure I'm saying
Jean-
it
I
right.
mean,
I call
Jean-
it Bacon Broil.
Jean Ward's Bacon Broil.
Jean Ward's
Jean
Bacon
Ward's
Broil.
Bacon Broil.
Lauren, you want to try?
Yes, Lauren, go ahead.
That was beautiful. I think you did a great job.
Oh, but we want to, we want to hear you say it.
Say it.
I heard Jean like Jean,
It's
but I didn't hear the second word.
Wards.
And I heard bacon broil, like you're like a
Yeah, do you broil
Jean
the bacon?
Ward's bacon broil. Do you do that?
Ward's-
No snuff. It's some serious good home cooking comfort food.
Oh, do they have mac and cheese?
Oh.
They do.
I want
Pot
mac and
pies.
cheese.
Oh,
mac
wait a
and
minute. Did you hear what she just said? Mac and cheese and pot pies. Methinks the Bourbon Lounge is going to go visit there. What do we think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I will be abstaining from the bacon broil portion.
But we'll be having the
My first
mac and cheese.
My first day back home, they made me homemade chicken pot pie.
Oh, and
we like purred.
we did purr, and I'm a little concerned because I didn't receive a delivery at my house packed in dry ice, and I'm wondering why.
No, neither did
It's
I.
all gone.
Did you eat all of that pot pie?
I didn't eat it by myself. I had some help. I had lots and lots of help.
Well, I am just hurt.
I
I'm
think Ryan
hurt.
would like if you to bring it back to him.
Yes.
Yes.
Please make a delivery. Ryan would be so grateful.
We need to have a mac and cheese episode. Just about mac
different
and cheese.
types of mac and cheese.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And all the things that you can eat with your mac and cheese and drink with your mac and cheese, like beer and beer.
And wine.
Beer and wine.
Beer. Yeah.
Wine and beer.
Yeah.
Margarita.
Margarita.
I have not done a margarita with mac and cheese.
Is there anything that doesn't go with cheese?
No.
No.
Okay, there you go.
No. Cheese.
Cheese is always.
I
a
know that I've
constant
heard. I don't
enemy.
know. I think there's something they call the perfect food, and I don't know what society's definition is, but Ryan's definition is macaroni and cheese is the perfect food.
Macaroni and cheese or tater tots with cheese on them. Or hash browns with cheese on them. I'm a potato girl. I'm black Irish.
Hash browns with cheese.
And mac and cheese. No.
Yes.
No. Hash browns
onions?
with cheese and tomatoes and mushrooms and jalapenos.
How
and
about hash browns
sour
with
cream.
scrambled eggs and tapatio?
Oh,
That is the only way to do hash browns.
That's actually pretty good too.
that
Actually.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Tapatio works with everything.
I want hash browns now.
All right, I
Now you-
have a random question.
Oh gosh.
She has a random question.
I heard
Yes, I am a virgin.
this is Anastasia.
Lies.
Anastasia. Silly girl.
So, okay, I heard this on the radio today, and I'm not sure if it's true, but it sounds like it would be true. Anyway, what do you think the two most recognizable food smells are? The first one's pretty easy to guess, but the second one was harder for me.
Garlic.
I was gonna say mint.
Pizza.
Nope. Oh, none. Think about when you're trying to cleanse your nasal palate. What would you smell?
Lemon?
Ginger.
Cleanse your nasal. What?
Chocolate chip cookies?
When you're smelling
Bleach.
She said food, right?
Oh,
She
that's
did say food.
I quit drinking bleach a long time ago.
So,
That's really a
so
good thing.
all right. So, Lauren, what is one of them?
Okay, the first one is coffee.
Oh.
You've never been smelling
Yes.
that.
Honestly, I should have
Smell
gotten
the
that one.
coffee
I
ground.
drink half a pot a day. I should know this.
Yeah, that's true. They always have it around for you to sniff in between things that you're sniffing.
Exactly. See, I tried to give you a good hint.
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I expect more from you next time. though.
Okay, what's the second one? I'm sorry, I failed.
Oh no. What was
Okay,
the other one?
the second one is usually said along with jelly.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter.
That's
Those are apparently the two most recognizable food smells.
To me, it would be like mint and lemon,
or cinnamon.
or
Yeah.
cinnamon, or
Coffee and peanut butter. See,
or
I'm surprised that like
peanuts.
garlic would not be high on the list. Because I love
I don't
garlic.
know.
Or
Those are the
pizza.
two that
I
they
like how I
said.
Or
just slipped
steak.
in something nasty and nobody even noticed.
What did you say?
Nothing.
We're so used to it, Anastasia.
We're sort of we've gotten immune to
Kind
it.
of,
It just
you know.
doesn't.
I
it
must
just.
be immune. Yeah.
Ignore it.
Oh, darling, we're all immune now. She says things, and
I
we're
just
just
said
like,
a
what?
body part was recognizable scent. Anyway.
Anywho. Well, I
Gotta catch it.
Don't talk that way about the ear bones.
Oh. Well, I'm going to have to remember that. You know, you always manage to go to the lovely places, which we would never do
You would never do that.
No.
I'm pretty sure what I said that you guys did not hear, you've done before.
Would you mind repeating it?
Nope.
Repeat it.
I just said penis is a very recognizable smell.
Oh.
Penis.
I thought she was going to say like sweaty man chest. Or something.
Ooh, sweaty
Which is a
man
more
chest.
recognizable smell.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what that calls for, Lauren? Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. And
Yeah.
let's just throw some like
Lord.
fresh cut grass on there. Let's just get it really. Let's just
Is there a better
really
smell?
enjoy this scenario.
Fresh cut grass and sweaty
Well,
man chest.
fresh cut grass to me smells like an allergy attack.
Well, let's not throw that on there for you. For the rest of us, it's amazing.
Exactly.
No.
For
Okay.
you, we'll throw something different on there. What do you want?
The
Thrown on there.
set of Chicago Fire.
That doesn't kick up the allergies.
Who cares? Have you seen Chicago Fire?
No. Do I need to?
Yes, man candy.
Man
It is full of man
candy.
candy.
It is. It's
And Anastasia and I have a problem with their new billboards. Anastasia, please tell everyone what our problem with their new billboards is.
yes. Last year they had these amazing billboards with the men fighting fires topless, which is what you do. Okay. This
That's
year,
what you do.
Well, yeah.
That's how you fight fire on TV.
exactly.
You don't want
This
to get
year,
too hot.
they're clothed
What?
in their
I don't know
all
what the
their
heck's wrong with
posters.
that.
So,
Well, it is Chicago. What if it's snowing?
Who cares?
but why would I want to watch that?
Frostbite.
Exactly. Those men could not
They're
get frostbite.
fighting.
No, because as soon,
Nipply frostbite.
no, because they're so
No.
hot it would melt instantly.
Exactly.
It would never
exactly.
be able to form.
Mr. Lady Gaga would melt anything.
Well, those Chicago people are very practical.
They weren't so practical last year, and I would like them to go back to
Probably
not being
with
practical.
summer.
Have I ever
No
told
nipply
y'all about
frostbite.
my one fireman experience that was like something out of a movie?
Oh God.
You mean Lauren
no.
had a fireman?
Lauren has a boyfriend. Lauren has
I-
a boyfriend.
Who's a fireman? Who's a
Ish.
fireman? Who's a fireman?
No. Okay, so freshman year of college, right?
This
I
is
was
already
living on
getting
the
good.
3rd floor of this dorm, and on the 2nd floor, some girl baked cookies at 2 o'clock in the morning and then left them and went to sleep. I'm thinking she was a little baked herself. And the oven caught on fire. Okay?
As they
So the
do.
fire alarm goes off. I don't even notice. I mean, apparently I could sleep through a train coming through my dorm. And the next thing I know, there's a man banging on my door and screaming.
He's banging on her
And I
door.
was sleeping as most, oh, I know, right? And I was sleeping as most humans sleep when their roommate is away, you know, only partially clothed. And so I just opened the door thinking it's a female dorm. It's going to be a female. Oh my gosh, it was like something out of a movie. It was this hot fireman and the smoke was billowing behind him. And he was just like, ma'am, you have to leave your room. And he was like trying to pull me out and pick me up. I was like, I'm not wearing clothes. I was wearing a spaghetti strap top and panties. And that's all I was wearing. And this big strapping man was like trying to hoist me out of my room. I was like,
And you
oh my
stopped
God.
him from hoisting you
Well,
out?
I grabbed a towel and put it around my waist.
Oh,
I
honey,
was
that is
embarrassed,
when you
yet
just start
I mean, it
taking
was-
clothes
Oh,
off.
absolutely.
That is when you're like, you're right. There's a fire in here. It's so hot. Where did my spaghetti strap top go?
Oh my God, it disappeared.
When you get outside, you
half
can
awake.
you can ask for him
I
to
was
give
so
the coat.
stunned.
I'm so cold. Where's your coat? Oh, I also need your T-shirt too.
And your pants.
Help
Turn
me, I
over
need
the
clothing. You
pants.
should take those off.
Exactly.
And so anyway, as he's guiding me down the stairs and everything, it finally dawns on me that the place is on fire, y'all. I, for real, all I could care about was this insanely hot man that was assisting me. I had completely forgotten that I was in danger. Like, we made it into the stairwell, and it was so hot and smoke everywhere. I was like, oh, crap. This is bad. It's like, it's time to get out of here.
Well,
Thank you,
this-
sexy
that
fireman.
sexy fireman should be my favorite flavor
The
of
Right?
everything.
I mean,
would be the
we
fireman.
were all
Yeah.
really mad at the girl for almost killing us, but we were also not really mad at her because there were a lot of hot men. I mean, we could have made a calendar. It was so amazing. I
You
should
have
have
a
just
calendar.
told him to line up. Let me get my camera.
Exactly.
Make some money.
Oh,
Exactly. It's for charity, you guys.
And guess what? I don't
Bring
know
out
if you...
those entrepreneur skills of mine.
What? Say that again?
I said, bring out those entrepreneurial skills of mine.
Exactly.
Yes. I don't know if you heard the little sound effect I played because I think I messed it up, which I tend to do. But guess what it's time? It. Guess what it's time for?
I know what time it is.
What time is it?
Wine 30.
Wine 30. Wine 30.
Wine 30. Wine 30.
Theater.
Well, okay. Drink. Oh. So today's Wine 30 has been provided by our guest, Julie. So, Julie, you want to tell us about what we are enjoying today?
We are enjoying Crabbie's original alcoholic ginger beer. It's not wine, but it's the next best thing.
Oh, we don't have to have wine. We just had to, we thought it was a catchy name, but we'll drink anything.
It's like Edinburgh in your mouth.
Oh.
Do you know it took me a year to discover this ginger beer here? Because I found it when I was in London last year.
Oh, that's right. You spent a couple of months there, right?
I spent a couple of months there, and I drank it just incessantly. And when I got back to the States, there was no Crabbie's ginger beer to be found. And every time I would go someplace and say, I need ginger beer, they would give me the non-alcoholic soda kind.
And you're like, no, I want the alcoholic version.
Well, yeah. Where did you find this? In a pub or in a store? Or
in London?
In London, right.
Actually, my sister had been there prior to me going over there, and she's like, when you go over there, you have to try this Crabbie's ginger beer. It's delicious. So you go into any pub or any off-license, which is essentially a liquor store, or Tesco's or Sainsbury's or Marks and Spencer's or any kind of place that has food, and you buy yourself a bottle of Crabbie's.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Oh, yes. And then you try to get it home without drinking it on the street, because you're not allowed to drink on the street there either.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh. Most places in the world you're not allowed to drink on the street.
That's just wrong. I
did see a lot of people drinking openly on the tube, but I don't think that's legal.
It may not be, but, who said legal is,
Legal schmeagle.
But anyway, back to Crabbie's.
Yes.
So we discovered, I drank it all the time. So when I got back to the States, I had started looking for any kind of ginger beer, not even Crabbie's, and I couldn't find it anywhere, not in Los Angeles anyway. And then a year to the day I got back, I found it at Bevmo. They were selling Crabbie's alcoholic ginger beer.
God bless Bevmo.
And I almost did cartwheels in the aisle.
Oh my God, I love Bevmo for so many reasons. Bevmo, you really should sponsor us because we are such frequent flyers of you.
Yes, we will be trying to investigate that because yes.
Now you're supposed to serve it over ice with a slice of lime or lemon, but I prefer to drink it straight out of the bottle.
Actually, this is the first time I've had it, and I think it tastes great out of the bottle.
Yeah, it tastes amazing.
I mean, especially like in the theater.
Oh,
see what I did there was? Now, good. Lauren, you don't like ginger? Is that what's?
She's allergic.
I'm allergic.
That would be so sad to me.
Well, we haven't figured it out. I drank ginger ale growing up, but then I drank it when they quote unquote added more real ginger, and I broke out in hives from head to toe. So, and I didn't realize that's what it was because I had drank ginger ale all my life. So I did it again the next day. It was eventful. It was awesome.
Nice. I would be so sad if I couldn't drink Crabbie's alcoholic ginger beer.
That would be sad.
Or ginger in general. Like, I put it in my smoothies. I have ginger ale every day and ginger ale and bourbon.
I'm going to have to start. Oh, I just noticed. Oh, it says Edinburgh 1801 on here. Ooh.
Edinburgh. A little Scottish beer.
It's Scottish.
I
Did you hear
love
that?
having Scotland in my mouth.
Yes.
That's my goal for our January trip.
That's right. That's right.
Scotch
The
in your
Bourbon
mouth,
Lounge and Jet Set Bells are going to the United Kingdom.
That's right.
In January, and she might end up with Scottish in her mouth.
Of course, I'm talking about
a man.
Crabbie.
Crabbie's alcoholic ginger beer from the off-license store down the corner.
Yes,
exactly.
Manned exclusively by Scottish men.
Well,
nice.
Well, because we're going to be there, I think we sort of have someone in our midst who was there for, was it 2 months?
I was in London for 2 months.
Okay.
I wasn't in Scotland, but it's close enough.
Hey, London's where we're going to start.
Yeah,
so
we are going to start in London.
Do you have any favorite, pubs, places to get drinks? Notice a theme here. that you encountered in your 2 months?
While I was in London, I found my two favorite places for drinking. And the first one is called the Sherlock Holmes Pub.
Love it already.
On Northumberland in Westminster.
I've been there.
You've been there.
I have.
It's fantastic.
It was very good.
If you like Sherlock Holmes, it's decorated with, books and memorabilia. And if you like alcohol, it's got great drinks. And if you like soup, their soup is delightful. So I spent a ridiculous amount of time at the Sherlock Holmes pub. They knew me by face. They're like, oh, it's that American girl. She's coming in.
Okay, this is clearly a place I need to go.
You have to go.
It's so cute.
Me too.
I have pictures in front of it.
It's by Charing Cross Embankment, Parliament, Big Ben.
We'll go there.
It's the north side of the Thames. You can see the London Eye on the south side. It's perfect location.
And a lot of cool tours actually start
in the area?
and end there.
Oh, at the pub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not even at that. Well, it's because it's over by the West End where all the theaters are.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, I anticipated. I was just starting to take a drink when she said that. So, see, I was psychic in that moment.
So I would go watch a show and then go to the pub, or go to the pub and then watch a show.
Or both.
Or go to the pub, watch a show, go to the pub,
watch a show.
and then
Sometimes
go to the
I
pub.
would just start out from my location and end up at the pub.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
And
awesome.
And then the other one is actually a chain, and they make
Okay.
fun of it in what's the newest Simon Pegg movie at World's End.
End.
They kind of make fun of it, but they're Weatherspoon pubs, and they basically will go in and take like a location that's kind of a historical location in.
okay.
It's in the outlying boroughs usually, so it's where there's college towns. So as long as there are a lot of college students who want affordable food and drink, they will set these massive pubs up. And the two I always went to were the Watch House in Lewisham and the William Morris in Hammersmith. And they have the exact same menu and the exact same drinks, but it's just named something different.
Huh.
And you go in there and you get your... The thing about what you have to know now is you go into a pub or a restaurant, unless you're going to a high-end place, you have to walk up to the bar and order your food. And then you sit down. They will not come to your table and wait on you.
No, that's true. You know what? I didn't realize that. I was in Manchester back in January, and we sat down, and then one of the friends said, "What do you want to eat?" Because I have to go order it. I went, "Oh, okay. I have to decide now."
Exactly.
Yes.
So then you can get your food, go up, they'll give you your drink when you order it, and then you can go back and sit down and wait for your food.
They give you the most important thing first. Good for them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And if I didn't order a Crabbie's, I would always get, a nice Guinness or the old speckled hen, because the British have a delightful array of beer.
They do.
Ooh.
They
yeah,
really
yeah,
do.
they do.
It's very, very delicious.
And
with your
because
pies
they
and
are
stuff.
moving forward, they also have a lot of wine if you don't want beer.
Well, both.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have to choose?
Well, I want to make sure that I experience everything there is to experience. I wouldn't want to exclude anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's funny that they make fun of it in the World's End, because I remember that. They kept going into these different pubs, and they're like, "Damn it!"
It looks exactly the same as the old one, and it's because it's that model of the Weatherspoon pubs, which I loved, but apparently, I guess it would be similar to, walking into some boring chain sort of place over here.
Interesting.
But yes, the Sherlock Holmes pub was my standout favorite.
Okay, well, you heard it right here. I think that's definitely going to be on my list.
I foresee
Can
you
you-
drinking there.
Could you possibly force yourself to go there again?
Yes. I mean, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
Hot damn.
Mm-hmm.
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 Well, folks, make sure that you keep sending us tweets for next week, because we still want to hear about your drinkations.
That's
'cause
right.
As you can tell, we drink occasionally when we travel.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but
We have a few drinkations
all the
coming
time.
up.
And so make sure you send that to us, because we want to hear about them.
That's right. We have a lot of drinkations planned, including next year. I think Lauren, for her epic drinkcation,
Yes.
we're talking about Ireland.
Oh, that's right.
Because we have to have a Lauren-inspired drinkation.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, so
I don't know if you can find alcohol in Ireland, can you?
No, it's going to be difficult. When I was
Yeah,
there,
they just hate drinking.
it was when I was there, it was just I that was my main complaint. It's like, I couldn't find it. I mean, notwithstanding the Guinness factory and the free pint, Jameson factory and the free 5 shots. But other than that, yeah,
So nothing.
nothing.
Nothing
Yeah,
at all.
I was highly disappointed.
Drinkations. Yeah, so keep sending us your ultimate drinkations, and your Halloween plans, and try not to put your drink near the microphone. Which really doesn't apply to the audience too much.
No, she was talking to me. That little bump you just heard, that was me with my beer bottle, and I just was not. I was kind of clumsy, but I tend to do that sometimes.
Well, speaking of October and Halloween and drinking and all of those things, we went to Oktoberfest in Alpine Village, and that was probably our first like Halloween-y-ish.
I think it was.
Event.
Yes.
People dressed up, people drank. It's a really fun time. If you
we shared some of it with you last week, but when we were there, Anastasia talked to several people.
I did.
And I think you had sort of a favorite. It was a man and wife.
Yes, I did. They were the cutest couple. They were all dressed up in, I guess, lederhosen is the is it for females too? Lederhosen, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, lederhosen, and they were so cute. And they've come quite a few years to the Alpine Village Oktoberfest, which is in Torrance, and Alpine Village is year round, but Oktoberfest is obviously just during October. But you can always have fun at Alpine Village, and we got to talk to this couple, and we asked our Oktoberfest questions, which were what's your drinkation, which is our running question, and also what kind of beer would you be if you were a beer?
Yes.
And
if you were a beer, what beer would you be? I don't know. All the beers?
Yeah.
I think that is an excellent answer.
I do too.
I don't know
if we should. I think we should ask that here.
Yeah. Let's ask our guest. What beer would you be?
I would definitely. Okay, I would want to say Crabbie's ginger beer, because it is my favorite. But if I'm gonna go with the beer, I would really be. It would be a Guinness.
Oh, a Guinness. Okay, so you like the darker beers.
I'm a darker beer. I'm very, practical, stand up. I don't, it's a good, nice, strong beer.
It is. That's usually my choice a lot of times when I go in the pubs.
If they don't have Crabbies, I get a ginger.
Actually, I think that probably would be my answer is Guinness.
I would say a Black Velvet because I want to spice things up and be a little different.
Oh.
Which a Black Velvet, for people that don't know, why don't you know? Is
what
Guinness
is a Black Velvet?
Is Guinness and cider.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
It's very refreshing.
I don't know if I've had that before.
I will make it for you.
Yes.
Very good.
See? Yeah, Lauren, what beer would you be, Lauren?
I'm tempted to say that I would do the Black Velvet as well. You introduced me to that, and it's quite delicious. I believe we're in Vegas having a high time.
A high time.
But my second favorite these days, the you have to say it for me, Anastasia. The Hefeweizen.
And Hefeweizen. I love that beer.
I'm like, it's so good. I'm enjoying that lately. So I don't know. I change my beers every once in a while. I pick a new something to try. So.
I'm sure once we go to Angel City and try the Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Oh yes,
that will change my life.
Yeah, that might change our minds about everything.
That will change your world.
But yeah, so it's kind of beer season, I feel like.
I think so.
And I'm looking forward to actually, as one of my Halloween activities, I really do want to go to Angel City and try Scrumdiddlyumptious. And
I think that could be arranged.
Yeah, I think that could be arranged.
According to Dieter,
there we go.
Wine is good. Wine, goodness gracious, how much wine have I had? Beer is good for every season. And he says beer is basically bread, so we should have it all the time.
That's true, because bread is very good for you.
Oh yeah, it's very nutritious.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's a lot of other Halloween things that we're looking forward to. I know I'm looking forward to doing one of those scary things. I think I'm going to do the LA Haunted Hayride. I'm a chicken.
Have
but
you ever
I'm
done
going.
It before?
Yes, I have.
I've never done it.
I like it because I can sit on my hands, and when performers come up to scare me, I don't flail around as much because people can hold me down.
Okay then.
Okay.
Yeah, that. Okay, I could go soon.
When I was growing up in Iowa, the colleges used to do haunted houses in the mall. So they would shut the mall down in the evening, and then The college students would take it out, and those haunted houses were scary. Like, people would come out and just grab you. And my boyfriend at the time thought it would be hilarious if he could go ahead, get some guy in the haunted house to drag me behind, like, a wall or something. And so he managed to do it, and I don't freak out that badly, but we were with his sister, my boyfriend's sister also, and she freaked out and picked me up and used me as a shield. It was a human shield. I had no choice in the matter because she just picked me up by my arms and, like, whipped me around in front of her, and I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to die.
Yeah, I've done a few. I've gone to a few of these events. I've been to one at Fright Night where when I was a teenager, which is at Six Flags, and I thought this gargoyle was just like one of those animatronic things, and so I was like, "Come on, you guys, it's not scary." Of course, that guy, all he had to do was step out and say "boo," and I jumped on my friend's back. He's like, "You're on my back," and I said, "I know, just go with it and just run."
Just run.
just run. Just rode him out. But I have been known to punch clowns and things, so that's why I like to be in the. I like to be able to constrain myself because I do flail.
You flail.
Oh my gosh. I walked into work the other day, okay? And I don't have the same extreme fear of clowns. I just have a distaste for them. I don't like them. I walked into work and someone had made a balloon animal clown. You know, like they make those balloon animals. It was a clown. And it was well done. And it scared the crap out of me. It was like 3 feet tall. And it was right as you walked into the back. And I flailed like a child. It was crazy, and they laughed at me.
See, all I have to say about that is no, and also no.
So it might have helped you with your issues if you could pop it. I should have stolen it.
Maybe, but I have punched a clown, and you would think that would be like the ultimate therapy.
How did that feel to punch the clown?
It felt pretty good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. But then I had some scarier clown events after. That, so it didn't really help with life in general.
Okay.
But I'm hearing some of these haunted houses this year are pretty insane. They brought one over from New York last year, and it's here again. I think it's called Blackout, and you have to go in alone. You have you have to sign a release form. They waterboard you. Most of the waterboard you.
Okay.
Most of the actors are naked. And they are allowed to touch you and all kinds of things.
Okay. And you pay to do this?
And you pay to do this. And you cannot take somebody with you. You have to go alone.
But this depends on what the actors look like. If they touch you.
Yeah, but I think most of the time you're in the dark.
Oh, so you can't see them anyway.
Yeah, the blackout.
And you might even have a hood over your head at some times.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I think you get glimpses of actors and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think you're in the dark and you're feeling all these people like
as a
touching
society,
you.
We have tried very hard to eliminate those kind of tortures. I don't know why we would do it for Halloween and pay for it.
But it was very successful in New York, and now it's out here for its second year, and it sounds insane. I don't understand why anybody would pay for that.
I kind of want to just go interview people in line. Like, why are you here? What childhood issues do you have that you're dealing with right now?
What's motivating you to be here?
You know what? We should do that. Yeah, we should go down there. We should do the before and after interviews of this place because I think that would be insane to hear people's reactions, their anticipations of it.
And you could take cards for the local therapist and hand them out at the end. Or at the beginning, you need help.
Yeah.
I mean,
have you seen these pictures? There's pictures online that they're taking in haunted houses of the second people get scared, and they're hilarious.
Oh, gosh,
I mean, the just looks of terror. And it's usually the men that are, like, climbing the walls to get away. It's really awesome.
I'm not saying a word.
They're, like, holding each other. I'm like, I love this. They should do this at every haunted house.
They should. They should have somebody just going through the mazes, taking pictures of you as you get scared. Don't take a picture
like on
me.
A ride at
like
Disney World, they take a picture of you. Like, take a picture when the people come through and get terrified. Family photo.
Exactly.
And then they should have a big screen outside of the attraction. And then once you sign that waiver and you go in, you agree that they can show your picture to everyone that's about to enter. I think that would be fun.
Oh my God, no! I would never go. I would never go.
I would never sign that.
There is a picture on my my niece's Instagram or my Instagram. She took a picture of me like in the dark, like getting scared by her. She like jumped out at me, and I'm wearing like Mickey ears because we were at Disneyland, and it is the most horrifying picture you've probably ever
did you
seen.
notice that when we rode the roller coaster on top of New York, I smiled for every single photo. I spotted the cameras, but I missed one, and in that one photo that I missed seeing the camera, my face looked like like I'm just screaming my head off. And I was like, oh man, I thought I got them all.
Well, that's because that ride is like so painful.
It is. It's very painful.
It's very painful. But yet, I've done it multiple times.
It's fun.
You just keep going back for the torture, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you like it.
Yeah, there's all these bruises and scrapes after, but I'm like, yes, I will go again.
She's like, I want that.
It's worth it.
I want it.
That. But yeah, like a lot of I know a lot, because we're actors, a lot of our friends are working at like Halloween Horror Nights and stuff like that. I will not be going to visit any of my friends at Halloween Horror Nights. Greg, hats off to you. I love seeing your pictures of your makeup and
I don't.
all that. I think it's cool.
I look at that Instagram right before I go to sleep, and what is it? All these scary pictures.
I love it. I love it because I love horror culture. I love books and movies and stuff like that. I just don't like when I think that somebody's going to attack me, my instant reaction is to attack back. And that's the only thing I don't like. But everything else I like.
Too.
Well, I don't know. I was talking about this with someone the other day. I don't remember who it was, but...
Was it at the theater?
Oh!
Nice.
Yes.
No, we were talking about, haunted houses and stuff, and I don't know, I guess I'm just the type that doesn't scare me. I guess I expect it, so, I don't know, when they jump out and try to scare you, I'm just kind of like, hey, how are you? I don't know. I kind of wish I would get scared because I think I would enjoy it more, but I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
You're just so manly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so manly. Yes,
He's
am.
So strong and so manly.
And he's so straight.
You can't scare him because he's so big and strong.
Okay.
The only one I've been to was at Dunn's Falls here, which is an old water mill. What do you call that with the wheel, the water wheel? What is it called?
A mill?
It's a lumber mill?
That's what I thought, like an old mill.
It's a mill. We'll call it a mill.
And I had a similar situation. It wasn't a gargoyle, Anastasia. It was a witch. And I thought that it was a scarecrow. Just like a stuffed scarecrow. And I was picking up the hair saying this would be an awesome wig. And clearly it was a wig. I did not realize it was a human. And the woman, all she did was just move her eyeballs. And I was like, ah! I took off running. But the rest of the time, like they chased you with chainsaws and all that kind of stuff. That didn't scare me. The lady just moving her eyeballs, that terrified me because I didn't think it was a real thing. I thought it was a scarecrow, and it was a human scarecrow, and it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I think they do that on purpose, and that's like the least energy scare they can give you. Is like,
I know,
I'm going to be so still that you don't know. I mean, and I don't like even those things on the street where they pretending they're
like they're frozen, like
yeah, I'm like, I don't know when you're gonna move,
like the human statues.
Yeah, I'm like, get away from me, you creepo. Unless that's your, I mean, I'm sorry if that's your job and you're listening, but you scare me.
Well, there are some great ones in London though. There was I can't remember what part of town I was in, but there was a guy who looked exactly like a statue. I got so close to him, and I was looking at him.
Now, was he one of the ones that was just as himself, or was he painted, or because some of them paint themselves like gold or silver?
He painted himself copper color.
Copper, okay.
So that he would look like a statue. But there was a whole bunch of people doing the statue thing, and every once in a while they would move and touch people.
Okay.
He was completely still the whole time. People would go up and touch him. He was I almost wished I had money to give him just for being so brilliant. But I didn't have any cash with me at the time. Because everybody else was sort of like...
The only place that's okay to me is in New Orleans in the French Quarter, because I'm used to it. Anywhere else, it scares me.
That's not cool either. because I'm already expecting to, like, I'm full, I'm fed, I'm drunk. I don't want anybody pretending
but
like
that just
and
adds.
I'm already looking for ghosts and,
but it adds
and
to
vampires.
It adds to the allure.
No, it adds to me like punching people in public, which is illegal. It's called assault.
Well, then what would need to happen is you just need to drink more, and you'll be calmer, And if you happen to be walking down, I don't know,
Have you
Bourbon
ever
Street,
seen me calm?
Well, no, but that's beside the point. So if you're ever like walking in Nolans, and you feel like punching someone, and you, I don't know, if you happen to pass in front of, I don't know, a bar or maybe a theater,
sneaky one.
Then you could maybe, that would maybe kind of help you with that. And if I'm ever there with you, I'll make sure that you don't punch people in the street.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching out for me. We just talk and talk and talk through our topics. I think we have time to ask you about your ultimate drinkation.
Yes, because we forgot to ask you a minute ago, Julie.
We didn't ask you about your ultimate drinkation.
And I explained to her earlier today what a drinkation is, so
yeah,
she just had time to think about it.
It's something that I came up with while I was drinking.
And it's brilliance.
Thank you.
Absolute brilliance.
Encationing.
And so, Julie, drinkation.
Well, I had to give a little bit of thought to this because my favorite drinkation would actually involve coffee, which I believe would take me to the land of espresso, which would be Italy, where I've never been. But, if I had to add a little liquor to that coffee, I would switch to my favorite temporary vacation. I guess it's a holiday weekend sort of thing. Vegas. You go to Vegas and you drink. That's what Vegas is for. Not even gambling. Sure. It's for drinking.
Oh, absolutely.
It is.
And if you want delicious, free Bloody Marys while you are gambling, you go to the Hard Rock Hotel Casino.
Did she say free?
Free?
Well, you got to tip your waitress. Or
that's okay.
Wow.
I'm sitting there putting pennies in the penny slot, just playing for hours and hours and drinking as many delicious free Bloody Marys as I can from the Hard Rock Hotel.
That's an amazing tip
that's a tip we will use.
Definitely.
But I think those are awesome drinkations, actually. You've got the best of both worlds. Yeah, Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. Before we go, maybe just remind us how folks can check out The Shadow at the Long Beach Shakespeare Company this weekend.
Yes, please come see The Shadow or listen to it. Visit www.lbshakespeare.com. They're also on Facebook if you type in Long Beach Shakespeare Company, or you can call 562-997-1494. It is in Long Beach, so you want to give yourself a little bit of time to drive there if you are not from Long Beach. And you can come see The Shadow this weekend, Friday at 8 p.m., Saturday at 8 p.m., Sunday at 2 p.m.
All right.
Amazing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bring
Well,
the radio.
we're all about events and fun times here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. If you're not busy next Wednesday night, which I believe is October the 23rd.
It is.
Come to the Prohibition pub. Is it pub, lounge?
It's Prohibition Burger in Encino.
Yes, because our own Anastasia will be hosting the team trivia night there next Wednesday night, beginning, I think it's 8 o'clock.
It's at 8 o'clock. The theme is Game of Thrones.
Fun.
So bring your nerd on. I'm sure the Bourbon Lounge will be representing there.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
And drinking and having a good burger or two because they have amazing food.
They do.
And, so it'll be Game of Thrones, and I'll be putting up information about that soon. Also, Bourbon Lounge will be broadcasting live and in your face from BentCon.
And I'm excited because I've never been to BentCon before.
BentCon is an epic event. It's an LGBT convention, basically about nerdy topics, but it's definitely just a great time, a really fun weekend, and we will be there November 8th, and I believe it's at 9 p.m.
I believe you told me 9 o'clock.
9
That's right.
p.m.
Yep.
And we'll be live broadcasting from there, so definitely stop by for that. We'll probably be giving away some cool prizes.
Awesome.
And you'll want to check that out.
Perfect. I can't wait to go.
Awesome.
Well, join us. Make sure you join us next week, where we will be. We went to Angel City Brewery not too long ago.
That's
We're
right.
going to tell you about some of their exciting offerings, and we'll also tell you about the WeHo Book Fair that happened just recently. That happens every year. We met some really incredible people there, and we'll also be talking with Clara Lee about her new book, The Cupcake Theory, which just had its launch a couple of weeks ago in West Hollywood. So make sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and we will see you. Maybe not see you. We'll hear you.
Well, yeah, be sure to check us out on YouTube where you can see us in live and living color.
That's right, and listen to our show. So thank you so much, Julie, for being here. And
I just want to say that I passed Angel City Brewery when I was down at the theater.
Oh, one more drink before we go.
Not the Long Beach one, a different one.
Nice way to slip it in right there at the end. Thank you so much, folks, and we will see you next week.
Cheers.